All right, folks, this is the unboxing of the Palmetto State Armory AR-15 pistol lower receiver. Let's go ahead and get started. Did buy this for, I want to say 100 something. You know what? Let me get back to you on that price. All right, just check the price. So it was $130 on the PSA website. $20 shipping, tax $12, and total was $166. And of course, my local FFL only charges $15 for transfers. So I would say 166. I want to say about 180 total, including the transfer fee. So great shop that I know locally. Anyway, let's get started. There we go. Looks pretty nice, I think. First impressions, obviously this is all polymer. We know that, metal. The first thing I always do when I check out a lower receiver or AR-15 is you gotta check out the safety, right? It's usually the first thing I do. I really love that click. All right, very nice. Feels very nice. It is not ambi. I'm not sure how I feel about ambi. I do know that there is an advantage where if it was in fire, you can use your knuckle to place it back into safe, so you don't necessarily have to do this whole elaborate motion with your thumb, right? Some people, guys like, you know, GBRS, DJ Shipley, they don't like a safety interfering with their ability to put their finger right here or high up, right? And I felt that. I felt that with even my airsoft rifle, which I will show you guys right now, actually. Let me grab it. And I may even probably do a separate video on my airsoft rifle, but this is a good example, right? So you see when, of course, this selector switch isn't that impressive. So anyway, I can really demonstrate this right here. So when it's up, I feel something, like when I'm in this position, I feel something here. And when I try, if my finger is really tight here and I try and go back to safe, it almost won't budge because it's kind of stuck there. So it's very weird and awkward. I do understand that some selector switches that they sell aftermarket is much shorter and it doesn't interfere. This one seems like it does, right? So I really don't like this particular. Then again, this is an airsoft gun. So, but yeah, I would like features like this on a future real steel AR-15. But anyway, this is not about the airsoft gun. This is about this AR-15 pistol lower by PSA. So I will say this, when I first saw this, I thought, you know what, this looks great. But then I looked at some of the pictures about how this is, you know, of how thin this is against your shoulder. I tried it against my shoulder. It doesn't feel that bad. But how will it feel while I shoot it? That's a whole different story. So, yeah, I guess I can start to take some of the stuff off. Raptor shears, by the way, these are great for EMS work, firefighting. I used it back when I did EMS. A lot of great features on this. I could probably do a whole video on this, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So, I don't know why it came with these zip ties and barcodes and all this kind of stuff, but just go ahead and take all that stuff off. So came with a sticker. This will be great on my hard gun cases. Which musician had a PSA sticker on their guitar? Someone come on in the comments because I forgot who it is, but someone, I saw that picture somewhere in a gun group somewhere. So anyway, this is the first time I am, you know, playing with this stock. So let's see, I'm just kind of curious. Unfortunately, no QD. The QD is here, which is kind of weird, right? And here's another reason why I think it's weird. I'll show it to you. Again, let me steal my airsoft sling. But this is actually a real sling from Magpul. And I still see some cops use the old sling, the SWAT teams and stuff, but I think this is a way nicer, lower profile. I think this is the MS. It says MS1, but this is definitely a newer version with this low profile adjustment. Anyways, the QD is on the back. I don't know who had this idea of putting the QD on the back, but it is a very weird place to put it. I think it's a horrible idea. Imagine this against your shoulder. That doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know who came up with that. Most likely, if I wanted to keep this as a stock and use it, most likely I will have to get the QD off and just run it with the loops, through the loops here. But, you know, I will probably be looking to other options, maybe an SBA 3. I don't like the look of the SBA 4. Correction, I think it's the SBA. I do like the SBA 4. Right, I do like the SBA 4. The SBA 5 is the one I don't like. It looks way too bulky. Look at that. That looks way too bulky. Even the SBA, I think the 3 is not that bad. Right. SBA 3, not too bad. But then again, I may SBR this, you know, shout out to the big beautiful Bill. No more $200 tax stamps on SBRing your rifle, right? I mean, technically this is an AR-15 pistol, but anyway. But yeah, that is the review. This is a standard A2 grip. I wish they, you know, included something better, like a BCM or a Magpul grip. But I will be switching that to this B5 grip, and that's going to be in our next video. So yeah, that concludes this video. Look forward to me putting this together with the PSA upper, which I did already review on a previous video. I also painted that upper, and since I already did a video on that, I will show you guys super quick what that looks like. And so yeah, just look forward to the next video where I'll be putting all of this together and building my new AR-15 pistol. Take care, guys.